Okay. Good evening, everybody. Good evening and welcome to EduTALK. EduTALK is a virtual talk show created out of the need for a global learning community. And we focus on topics in education that directly impact Caribbean nationals and diaspora members working across the globe. EduTalk features teachers, principals, administrators, and business leaders. And sometimes we actually features parents and students, but they share their views or expertise on critical topics facing education today with a common goal of moving education forward and our students upward. I am your host, I'm Dr. Dwayne Dice, and as usual, every week we're joined by somebody special. And this week we have on our program Miss Nikita Singh, and Miss Singh is a lecturer at the Guyana School of Agriculture, and she's also a lecturer at the University of Guyana. And I want to welcome her to EduTalk. We're going to have a nice little talk with her this evening. Nikita, welcome to EduTalk. I know it's your first time.
Yes, thank you very much. Good evening, everyone. Happy to be here.
Yeah, so we talk to people in education, in a very candid way about educational development, especially now that we're starting the new school year or preparing to start the new school year. We want to talk a little bit about some ideas that you have going into the new school year. You're definitely a seasoned lecturer and educator in the Caribbean, and I'm very happy that we're touching base because I don't think I've ever had anybody from Guyana on the program. I don't think so. Not at all. So you actually grew up in Guyana. You're from Guyana.
Yes, born and grown. Yeah.
Okay. And tell us a little bit about your background to teaching and what caused you to move into teaching and motivate you towards becoming an educator.
Okay, so when I finished school, I had no, and that's high school, I had no idea exactly what I wanted to become. But my mother, she was a teacher, and both of my parents thought it was best that I can join the teaching profession. It's a rewarding profession, it's a good profession, and that I should try. So I ventured on to that after getting the career guidance from them. And in the end, it was rewarding. I'm living the reward every day now. And I had many challenges, struggles in terms of studying and adapting to the school environment, the policies, etc. But I've managed, and I'm happy where I am today. So I did not regret making this decision of becoming a teacher.
Okay, that's good. And it's family oriented, so it's like it's not even like
Yes.
a profession, but more like a vocation. Like you're called to do this. It's in my blood. I'm destined to do this.
Yes.
Yeah, that's really very, very good. Because in my case, I have my dad was a teacher, but on the other side, my mom's side, nobody was any teacher at all. But I feel like I got that from my dad's side, the idea of sticking to students and being around a school building all the time and a classroom. It's
Okay.
similar, yeah, similar to you. Okay. Give us a little bit what the structure like in Guyana. When somebody asks, we know about America. We talk about America so much and Canada, Europe. What is it like for the school system in Guyana in general? Because I know it's very complex.
All right, so the school system has three levels. We have the nursery, primary, and secondary, and then also the tertiaries, but the tertiary are private and also except for the University of Guyana and served by the College of Education and the Guyana Technical Institutes. And those are for Guyana, and then we have private tertiary institutions also.
Oh,
So after you finish writing the final exam in high school, which we call CSEG, then you can move on to either private or public university or tertiary institutions in Guyana.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. So so basically they're more private tertiary system there than public.
Yes, we have a lot of medical schools and business schools, private. Mhm.
Okay, okay. Oh, okay. Was the education system set up by the British in general?
Yes, we still adapt to the British education system.
Oh, it's the same thing as Jamaica. Very
Yes,
same.
we still adapting to that.
Oh, okay, okay. Um, so now that you're a lecturer, you focus on math in the college, the Guyana School of Agriculture. You focus on, you're a math lecturer at that school and
Yes.
also a lecturer of math at the University of Guyana.
No, not at the University of Guyana. I lecture in the education faculty, the education courses like
Mm-hmm.
research and classroom testing and measurements.
Oh,
But at the Guyana School of Agriculture, this is just for math alone.
mm-hmm. Oh, okay. How many years have you
Yeah,
been at the Guyana School of Agriculture?
I've been working here for the past 7 years.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, and so
Yes.
when I was, yeah, what exactly is the status on agriculture? Are they creating more space in terms of having access to land so people can capitalize on agricultural development, or
Yeah,
it
that
still?
will actually be ongoing, and we also try to encourage people to grow their own. We
Mm-hmm.
also run projects in the hinterland remote areas, so they can also try to plant new variety that is not what they're accustomed to traditional things that they would have. We also assist them in planting other non-traditional um, um, vegetables or peppers,
Yeah,
various
yeah.
crops.
Oh, so those are
Yes.
very, they come in very quickly. You can harvest them and sell them very quickly.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh.
but traditionally they would normally grow more of the ground provisions in those area.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
Mhm.
And in terms of the industry there, do you have a lot of local industry, or it's American or European industries that you see?
No, most of it is local. A lot of small business, a lot of people are moving to agro-processing.
Mm-hmm,
And at the Guyana School of Agriculture, we also offer that program. So persons would come and if they want to do a short course, if they want to know how to label their products or how to make a product with the standard procedures and guidelines and so on, they would come. So we also offer a lot of the agro processing in Guyana too.
oh, good. That's very good. I
Mm.
didn't know about that at all. That's very, very good. So now that we are a little bit acquainted in terms of our viewers and so on, this thing about starting school, the beginning of school year, I'm wondering, what does it look like for you as a seasoned lecturer and teacher of mathematics, and also testing and measurement in school? What does it look like? Maybe you could take it from the angle, because you have two different jobs here. One is
Yes,
the math lecturer, and that's what I knew you as years ago,
yes.
lecturer. And we talk about math and so on and so on. So what does that look like for you in preparation to start the new school year?
Okay. In terms of preparation, you would not believe this, but I'm actually 90% finished with my preparation for this upcoming term.
Yeah,
I would have already prepared all the worksheets and I compiled them in a book.
yeah.
And I also print out all the course outlines.
Mm-hmm.
And the only thing that is remaining is the assignments. Every year I like to change the questions. Sometimes I keep some, sometimes I change. So the 10% is just for the preparation of the assignments, but everything else that they will be using, all resources, are finished.
For the entire year?
No, for this entire term.
Oh, the term. Okay. Wow, that's very good. Because many of us teachers,
Yes.
we scramble around to finish the first week of preparation for that first week of school. And then we say, okay,
Oh,
let's plan for the next one. But that's very good. Do you meet in a team to plan when you're doing this?
no, I have done it for many years by myself. I would normally collaborate with another lecturer from, we have another campus
Mm-hmm.
in Essequibo, and sometimes we share resources.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Yes,
okay. So that's for the math part of it. What about
yes,
the University of Guyana, where you're a lecturer of testing and measurement? That's a very critical course for people who are dealing with data, and especially 'cause I did testing and measurement when I was in Teachers College, just becoming a teacher, and that helped us
yes,
to create questions, balancing questions, equity,
right.
so on for testing students. Yeah, give us a little bit about your preparation for that one.
All right. So that course, I would normally teach that in the summer. So I don't have to prepare for that for this term.
Okay.
But the university is also very organized. So what we will do prior to the beginning of the semester, the lead lecturer would email us and we'll set a time and date. And most times we already have all the teaching materials on PowerPoint.
Mm-hmm.
So what we'll do is if you have anything additional that you'd like to put in the PowerPoint, you can go ahead and do that.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. So yeah,
Yes.
pre-made.
So that's what I've been doing for the past few years. I keep adding contemporary information into the PowerPoint as the
Mhm.
years go by.
Okay, okay. Do they ever talk? Do they meaning you guys, your group, in terms of the testing and measurement course? Do you guys use any form of technology in there, as you know, you look at the years that are passing, and every year you say
Mhm.
to myself, because I'm thinking about my own self to say what can I incorporate in this so that students who are exposed to this form of technology can actually use it in this class. Do you have conversations like that?
I would want to think so, but because I'm a part-time lecturer, I am not aware what the department would do with the data. And sometimes not the same lead lecturer would be in the semester. Sometimes it could be a different person, but
Right.
during the time while we're teaching the course, we have our discussions about the assignments and the students' progress
Mhm.
and also the content. We share our resources.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yes.
So what is it like to work in the university there? It doesn't matter what you teach. What is it like? Because I know here it's just you and the books and the students you get on that roster, and however you go through that semester you go through, and at the end of the time, they want to make sure that they give that survey here and make sure that students are happy because they want the course to look really good for the outside incoming people who want to apply for the course, you know, and
Yes,
that's
sir.
what is important, that the university is getting its money and everything is fine. What is
Yes.
it
So
like?
yes, so normally you are at the beginning, you're giving the students, well, I'm teaching online. We don't have to go back on campus because the minister would have changed the teachers program from
Oh,
face to face to online.
mm,
So we meet online and it's a little bit of challenge with the online because sometimes you don't get onto a student as fast as you would want to, and then you're not so much familiar with them like when it's the face to face.
mhm,
And so you might have to call to the registry department, or you might have to ask another student if they know this student and you try to get on to the student. Sometimes the number is not working. They
Mhm.
don't check emails regularly. Those are a few challenges I would have encountered. But like I said, our department have very helpful lecturers and so on. So we would normally send information if we're having challenges with a particular teacher, and then they would like check their data to try to get in contact with that teacher and see how best we could assist the student
Oh, okay.
teacher.
So it's sort of similar here, in terms of the teaching and learning and checking up on students. So it's sort of similar.
Yes.
Okay. Well, so for you, working, and I like talking to Caribbean people in terms of working, because the work when I was working in Jamaica, I would see Jamaica like a place of zen, that the
Mhm.
pressure that you get to work when you're working there is not as rigid as working in the US. It's a lot of red tape and a lot more ground you have to cover, and the stress
Mhm.
is very much heavier to me personally than when I just started working in the US compared to Jamaica. What do you do to balance that level of stress between the two jobs that you have, one at the Guyana School of Agriculture and also the University of Guyana? How do you balance it? Or even since you work at a agriculture the school, through most of the year or all the time in the year, what exactly are some of the procedures and personal strategies that you use to
Mhm.
manage this idea of stress, work stress and so on?
Okay, well, let me go back a little bit to show a comparison. When
Yeah.
I was in the secondary school, we would usually have to teach almost every hour for the day just to get the recess and the lunch break, right? So that was very busy time and stressful time. But when I moved over to the higher education institution, um, I find it more relaxing and it's not so stressful compared to the secondary school. So you basically have your hours when you teach, and then you come to your office and you finish off your office work like paperwork, assignments, and so on, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what I used to do with the secondary school, at that point in time, I didn't have my family, so my friends used to be my therapy, other teachers. So what we would do, we try to reach up at lunch, and we don't make everything about work. We try to talk about ourselves. We build each other. We try to be positive and try to let the negativity just be clear out of our atmosphere. We don't always and we don't always try to view the work as a burden.
Yeah.
We try to work around it and make it fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then, of course, after work, some days and so on, you would, try to hang out a bit to relax.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
I did that a
But
lot in Jamaica.
yes,
Yeah. What were you
go
saying?
ahead. Oh, okay. No, I was saying, well, coming to the higher education institution,
Yeah.
it's easier. So I really don't depend so much on others for the stress relief because I'm not so stressed. So basically, I try to use my time and get my work organized, and that in itself alone eliminates a lot of stress during the semester. Like how I use this time here when the students are not here, and I made all my preparation during the semester. It's easier for me. I just distribute resources and I teach and I collect my assessments
Mm,
instead of waiting during the term, and then you're so busy teaching, marking assessments, and then you gotta hurry and plan another assessment to give them because they usually have like 4 or 5 assessments to give
Yeah.
them. So I prefer using the time, plan it beforehand, so it's less stressful during the semester.
Hmm. So the strategy is really to plan effectively. And
Yes, very much.
it's very much that. Oh my goodness. Okay. Just trying to, I thought you would do, like go to the beach, right after work and hang out with people, don't think about the work and so on. But you do have some responsible strategies in there where you prepare. And I'm sure other people out there who listen and watch our program will say, okay, yeah, we can incorporate that somewhere and using, I'm glad you mentioned too, the idea of using your friends as therapists, because I was sharing even up to a few months ago, I was talking to one of my friends and they were saying, oh, I went to see my therapist and I so on and I shared a lot about, and I was thinking, I didn't grow up with a therapist. I had friends and we talk a lot about,
Exactly.
yeah,
Yes,
and we didn't have to pay somebody to listen to our program.
exactly. And you
Yeah.
have a good time, and you have a good
Yeah.
time in the end, and you're okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, so what are some of the concerns do you have in terms of educational concern that you look at some things in our schools and you say this is a real concern to me, or in your immediate society, this is a concern for me. I really wish if I was in a better position in term financially or connections to government and so on, I would have worked towards some solution. What do you see are concerns in the system?
Okay, so one of the major concern, and just a few months ago, it was trending in Guyana. We have, let's say, let's put it as professionalism in terms of from the teachers' point of view, and also from the students' side, we could say anger management, because
Okay.
a lot of times we have issues where um, teachers and students are always engaged um, rudely, like making comments. Sometimes they bring their parents want to come in and fight with the teachers. The responses are not so good, right?
Yeah,
So for
yeah.
me, if I would be able to get an opportunity, I would like to conduct a research on teacher professionalism,
Mhm.
and I would like to do that research at the Siripati College of Education,
Mm.
try to look at the curriculum and see other ways and means, what measures can be put in place. Also to listen to the teachers' perspectives, what they have to deal with at the school with the students. And
Mhm.
one of the things we don't have permanent in every school are school counselors for
Oh.
students. So normally you would have to take, if something happens, anything bad with the student, the teacher, or the parents, you
Mhm.
would have to take the student to the Department of Education, who will have a counselor there.
Mhm. Oh, wow. That's a serious
Yes, so we don't
problem.
have one in every school
Every
or every
school.
institution.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow. And that's one of the things that the pandemic kind of revealed to us, that we really need to have more check-ins with our students, social emotional check-ins with students,
Yes, yes.
because they have a lot of emotional problems that we need to check in and make sure that they're okay, even long before we start teaching them. They really need to.
Yes.
But I don't know. Is there any talk about getting more counselors in the school?
Well, we're it's always ongoing. The government is trying their best to little by little to incorporate that into the school system. But like I said, at the moment we have the Department of Education. You can take the student there for the counseling and reporting of the issues and so on.
Yeah, yeah. What about, so in terms of that, because we do give training on SEL, social emotional learning, and checking with students and building it's kind of like a society, a micro society in school where you have buddies, so students become buddies to other students, and teachers become mentors to students, and teachers become mentors to other teachers, so that it looks like a supportive environment, you know.
Mhm.
This idea of allowing students to see others, students and teachers, as kind of like an extended family in the school. Is that, and we have this in the Caribbean. When I was growing up too, we had that a teacher is an extension of your parents. Is that the case
Yes,
now,
yes.
where a little bit, because I know things and times change. Is that the case?
Yes. Well, they would have mentor teachers in the school for teachers and students. Also, there's a subject that we call health and family life,
Yeah.
where the teachers teaching that subject will try to incorporate those measures to help students with the emotional issues. Mhm.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow. It's the same. You're not alone in it with the lack of counselors in every school. It's the same in many countries. Even in America,
Yes, yes.
you really want more counselors. But what we have in certain public schools are police officers, and they're like, why would you place the police officers when students need social emotional help, instead of, you don't want to arrest
Yes,
them, you want to help them,
right.
yeah. I feel like sometimes it seems as if we're going backwards in our system. Yeah. So I want to wind down with the program. I really feel appreciative of you coming on and sharing with all of us, your background to teaching, and also to just be open to share about your work and some perspective on the system there in Guyana. Um, do you have any final thoughts that you want to share about maybe people who have mentored you on the way, people who collaborate with you, and you want to give a shout out to them in the immediate community, or even abroad?
Yes, well, there are numerous persons who would have helped me along the way. Some of the teachers were from the high school that I used to teach, Miss Sokraj, Miss Soma, Miss Shelley.
Mm-hmm.
Um, they were very helpful. And also, when I was attending CPC, there was Dr. Voodoo. He was very good support too and mentor in terms of the mathematics.
Mm-hmm.
He also encouraged me along the way to complete my master's.
Oh, wow.
And also, when I was at the university, I had numerous lecturers. To be honest, all my lecturers at the University of Guyana were very helpful and very inspiring. So I have to give out shout out to the Faculty of Natural Science, to
Yeah,
all
yeah.
my lecturers there.
Oh, good.
Yes, and
Okay.
of course to my family.
Mm-hmm.
They have also been a great support to me.
Mm-hmm.
And where I'm currently working, all the lecturers here,
Mm-hmm.
I've never had no issues. Everybody has been supportive from day one since
Wow.
I've started working at the Guyana School of Agriculture.
That is remarkable, honestly, because we have serious problems among people all the time. That's very
Well,
good.
I try to keep positive, and that's one of the personal attributes that I would highlight is to try to be positive. Don't take your work as a burden, and look at it as a learning opportunity, because someday in the future,
Mm-hmm.
the knowledge that we gain today is going to be helpful in the future.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. All right, a good note to end on. Thank you so much, Nikita.
You're
Singh,
welcome.
it's Nikita Singh for coming on EduTalk, and I wish you all the best. And of course, when you're settled and you're in the year, we can touch base to see how it's going and feature.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, in here. Guys, thank you so much for watching. This has been EduTalk. Really appreciate your views, and I hope that you learned something. This is about learning, and I wish you all the best. If for more information about EduTalk and our nonprofit organization, please visit educationsolutionsinternational.org. That's educationsolutionsinternational.org, and you have a wide range of things on that website that you can choose from. And also we have workshops that you can attend as well. Just look around on the website, tons of things that you can browse and become a part of. Okay, you can also subscribe to our YouTube channel, Education Solutions International TV, and also subscribe to our website at educationsolutionsinternational.org. Okay, what good, everybody. We'll see you again next week with another episode of EduTalk. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.